Could the childhood bullying many multicultural children experience somehow benefit them later in life? Does it make them more adaptable to different situations and groups of people, even as they struggle to find their place in society? Are there distinct advantages to growing up biracial? In part 3 of my series, A Bridge Between Cultures, 7 different people of mixed heritage tackle these issues and more. Though many biracial children say they faced bullying and varying degrees of discrimination growing up, they say there were also many advantages to being multicultural.
When I've seen mixed race children, I do think that they are, a little bit special.
One study looked at how those of mixed heritage are often perceived as more attractive than their counterparts in homogeneous populations.
There's a comedian, I can't remember who it is, but I think she's Asian, and I think that her child is half Asian, and she's like, I get so mad when people say that I think mixed race babies are beautiful, and she's like, what do you think about me?
Joe Howard says there weren't many biracial people in his neighborhood growing up. Today, he says it's no longer unusual and that he can spot someone of mixed heritage right away.
I'd like to believe there's some truth that, like, when your genes are mixed, like maybe your immune system is stronger, maybe all these things. Who knows, maybe because your genes are mixed, your pheromones come off differently and people read them differently and they find that attractive, I don't know. Or maybe they just, when they look at you, they see the features that they find attractive from both races.
Alejandra Melnick says she and her identical twin sisters struggled with their hair and appearance growing up, never quite feeling as attractive as their peers. But she says they're now comfortable with their differences.
As a kid, you don't really realize you're different until other people point it out to you. So I have a memory growing up where I have, it's back now, but I have really crazy curly hair, and growing up, all the girls in my class had a really nice, like, silky, straight hair. And I just remember, like, playing and braiding my friend's hair and just thinking, why don't I have hair like this?
I would have people comment on my looks. I always thought of myself as looking more interesting than more attractive, and maybe that had something to do with it, or, kind of unusual.
For others, their unique backgrounds have helped them adapt to different situations.
My children, they are not the least bit troubled by my appearance. They like to tease me, about me being white. They think it's hilarious. And if we run into a situation where they know it would go better if it's a white person making their request or whatever, they will tell me, hey, Ma, go use your white privilege. Go do that. And they're right. It works.
I do have an ability to kind of blend in and be involved, and it's just, I think, really, you have to take the best of both worlds and really apply it to your own world. And reaching out to folks and having an open mind, I think that's the key to everything.
I never surrounded myself with people that made me choose or made me feel lesser than I was. And I was very fortunate to have friends in very different ethnicities that were loving and accepting of me. And if they weren't, I was too naive to even realize that they weren't.
My brother and I grew up in a household that regularly ate Chinese food because my dad loved to cook it. So we got accustomed to using chopsticks when we were very, very young. We were out at a Chinese restaurant with my family and some of my parents' friends. When we were served the food, all the food comes out, chopsticks come out. Some of my parents' friends look at us and wonder if, frantically start looking around the restaurant if there's a fork and knife somewhere that we can use, and my brother and I simply pick up chopsticks and dig in like it's an everyday thing.
Jeff Liao says as he's grown older, he's rediscovered Chinese history.
A fun pastime of mine in museums is to walk around looking for things with my name on it and take pictures of them, whether that be from the Liao dynasty in the 300s BCE or an artist with that same last name.
One study actually has multiracial people reporting higher self-esteem, well-being, and social engagements.
My personal experience is I really do enjoy, social engagement. A lot of my multiracial friends are very similar to that, or very, socially engaged and very fluid in those social abilities.
And in part 4 of my series, A Bridge Between Cultures, we take a look at how self-identity is an evolving process for those 7 people of mixed heritage and how they handle those teachable moments. Be sure to tune in tomorrow.